Hello there, my beautiful friend. How you doing? Welcome back to my channel and to another video. Wow, how long has it been? 2 or 3 weeks? I'm not sure, but how are you? What have you been up to? I've just been busy here and there, so I'm back with another video, and this time I'm making something that I did not ever think that I'd make. And as I know, I'm on Pinterest a lot, and I see outfits that I'm like, wow, I'd love to have that. That is so pretty. And I see other outfits that I'm like, wow, that's so pretty, but I don't think I have the confidence to wear that. And today we are challenging ourselves, and this is what I'm going to be making. I've seen a lot of cutout dresses over at Pinterest, and I just love how they look on the people wearing them, but I don't feel confident. So today I'm going to be attempting that, and hoping by the end of this video that I have the confidence to wear that dress. Amen. So without so much talking, yesterday I went thrifting, and I found this beautiful print that I love so much. It's playful, it's colorful, something that I want in my closet right now. But the problem is that it was opening day, there was no sale, and I got it for 200 Kenyan shillings. It's not that big, and I was really sad about that, but it's okay. It's really nice, and this is what I'm going to be using. And because I did not have a lining fabric that matched this, I'm going to be using this cream one. I know it does not match, but I'll make sure that it's not seen. And I used this to make my tote bag for my 500 subscriber giveaway. I'll link the video in the description box. And yeah, I'm hoping that this dress comes out as good as I'm imagining it. And without so much talking, if you love fashion, sewing, thrifting, upcycling, knitting, crochet, then you are in the right place. Please click the subscribe button down below, turn on the notifications, give this video a thumbs up, and you will not miss any upload from me. And also please comment down below what you want to see on my channel, and let's get to the video. I will start by making my patterns onto my lining piece, and I'll start at the top. And the top, I will mark the length, which is from your chest to your underbust. For me, it's 10 inches, and then a whole inch for allowance. And I will draw that in place with a ruler, and then I will measure the fullest part of my bust, and that is what I'll use to make the straight line. For me, it's 9.5 inches, and then I added half an inch for seam allowance, and I'll draw a straight line. So the next step is measuring your underbust, and for me it was 8.5, and then I added half an inch seam allowance, and that will help me drawing the curve. And then I will go ahead, measure the chest as well, and I had the same measurement as the underbust. Well, coincidence. And now this will give me the curve, but to get where I'll draw the curve from, I measured my chest to where my bust is full, the length of it, and that is what I marked right here. And from that line I will draw my curve. An example looks like this. This is the general shape. Now let's add the detail, that is the neckline curve and the sleeve curve. And you will cut everything out, and this is what it looks like. Here you will have 2-inch dart so that you can have a shape. Let's get started on the skirt. So our skirt, we will use our underbust as the waist. So we'll measure the underbust so that it can match up with the top. Measure from our underbust to our hips, add half an inch seam allowance, and mark our waist. Draw those horizontal lines so that you do not forget where everything is, and we will start feeding in our measurements. So I already added my underbust measurement, and since I want this to be flared, my waist measurement here won't matter, but it will matter when it comes to the back later. Now let's measure our hips. My hips is 11 and I added half an inch seam allowance, and for it to be flared and nice I added 2.5, which I realized was a mistake later because we add 2.5 at the bottom and not at the hips. That is why, as you can see right here, my curve is not working. So I adjusted that later and it came out great, and that is our skirt. For now, let's add our cutout part. So I wanted my cutout to be 4 inches, and because of seam allowance I measured 3.5 inches, and the height of the cutout I didn't want it to be so big, so I measured 2 inches, but due to seam allowance I measured 1.5, drew in my curve, and that is my skirt pattern. I cut out everything. That is the front pattern. For the back we have a bit of adjustments. So for the back sits at our waist, so I'm going to take away that curve right there and we will have our patterns. Now let's get to our pieces. I have these straight pieces that will be for the ties, and then these ones will be for the sleeve. They will be attached to the sleeve. And now to our main pieces, that is, I have one lining piece for the top part, one main fabric piece for the top part. I have 2 pieces for my sleeves, and this will be gathered to give me that puff sleeve kind of look. And I wish I had more for the sleeves, that would be more interesting. And then I have my skirt pieces. For my skirt pieces, I have one lining piece for the front, one main fabric piece for the front, one lining for the back, one main fabric for the back. And when I get to sewing, I'll start with the ties, prep those, attach them to the bodice, attach the sleeve, and then I will get to the skirt, whereby I will attach the side seams together, attach the bodice and the lining all at the same time to the skirt, and I will hem everything and I will be done with my design. So I'll start by prepping all the ties. Here are my ties that took eternity to turn over. Also, the pieces for the sleeves are sewn together. I prepped the sleeve, gathered at the top and used elastic thread. This was the first time, and I will be doing a tutorial because I didn't know what I was doing. If you want a tutorial, tell me in the comments because I love them so much. And now I will start attaching everything to the top, the sleeves, the ties, and I will come back and show you how it looks. My phone just didn't record anything, but just look how amazing this was. I attached the sleeves, I attached those pieces for the sleeve, I added that side seam for the sleeve, hemmed the sleeve, and well, my top is almost done. I have the ties in. I added my 2-inch darts at the side. Well, what is left? The only thing that is left is adding the lining. So to add the lining, I pushed everything in between the lining and the main fabric, obviously right sides touching, and I sewed from the waist or the underbust all the way to the top, all around to the waist again. At this point, I was so excited. As you can see, everything looks so well finished. The darts are so nice. So I went ahead and attached the 4 inches at the sides for the curve, and I even tried it on. Oh my god. Now let's get started on the skirt. The skirt is pretty much straightforward. I'll first start by attaching my side seams. side seams attached. Now it's time to attach the bodice to the skirt at the underbust, and as you can see, everything is so neat. Now I want to attach the lining at the same time with the bodice because I was already excited to see how it looks. So I'll be placing the bodice right sides facing with the skirt, and then for the lining the wrong side will be up so that when I turn it inside out, I can only see the right side. Now I pinned everything in place because I wanted everything to stay as it is because of the small corners at the end, because of all that. And I will sew all around for the back and also at the front. They are attached, and let me tell you, it's so pretty. And now after this step, the only thing left is hemming and you will be done. Now just look at that dress, look at those cutouts, look at how neat this is, and tell me it's not pretty. Okay, now the cutouts look nice, but I realized it's a little bit big at the waist, so I decided to add elastic at the back, and I'm done. The dress is actually done, and let me just say I'm really happy with how it turned out, like way more than I expected. I put it away for some time because I didn't have an elaborate plan on how I was going to achieve it with the small amount of fabric that I had, but as you can see, it has come to life. And let me tell you, the confidence that I have to wear this. Okay, well, maybe not without a sweater because it's backless, but I love it so much. I'm really happy and I want to do more. Okay, so here is how it turned out.